Hi, this is Josh with SKAA. If you're a DJ, a live sound mixer, a gigging musician, or an events audio technician, and you're using the Dillinger Labs Dani SKAA Pro transmitter and a wireless audio setup for live sound, you can very easily add to this setup a field recorder to capture a high-quality stereo audio recording of your performance or event. One of my biggest pet peeves with video projects as an audio guy is when the video production looks amazing, but the audio recorded was from a microphone from a distance, or worse, just camera audio. So this is particularly helpful if you're also shooting video of a performance or event and you want to sync up a high quality audio recording with the video later in post. For this video, I'm using the Tascam DR-40X handheld field recorder, which I picked up for about $200 US. This has an integrated stereo pair of condenser mics on the front, which can work in an XY configuration or as a spaced pair. It has two dual XLR TRS inputs on the back. This is where we're going to grab an audio feed from Dani, and this particular model supports 4-channel recording. The 4-channel recording is really going to be convenient here because it means I can grab a stereo feed from Dani, but then also grab an additional stereo feed of the audience in the room or venue using the integrated mics. This is great if you want to have reactions from the audience in your mix. And there is a way to break up these two feeds in post so you can mix them separately, which I will demonstrate later on in the video. Okay, so first let's talk about the setup, which is fairly simple. You'll likely have a pair of cables, either TRS to TRS or RCA to TS, coming from the main outputs of your DJ deck, mixer, or audio interface. You're going to plug these into inputs 1 and 2 on Dani and bond and greenlist your receivers to Dani. Some possible options are Soundbox, Electrotech Stage 1, Dillinger Labs Death from Below if you need a subwoofer, or use your existing powered speakers with Dillinger Labs StreetHeart, which is a pro audio receiver. All of these receiver options are SKAA receivers, so they can bond to Dani and eliminate the need for long cable runs. If you need a recap on how to bond SKAA receivers to Dani, check out part 3 of our Dani video manual. I'll link to that in the video description below. And if you're running a mono setup, you can do this too. If you plug a single cable into input 1 on Dani, it will automatically normal that signal over to channel 2. Next, let's set up the Tascam DR-40X. Make sure you have some fresh batteries installed and an SD card in the unit. Hold the stop button for a few seconds, which also functions as the power button, to power on the unit. Then press the record mode button, and with the record mode option selected, press the right navigation button and then press up or down to select the desired record mode. For this, we're going to switch to 4-channel operation. Additionally, make sure the external in option is set to external in, left, and right. Click the record mode button again to return back to the main page. The next thing we need to do is we need to make sure the external inputs are set up to receive a line level signal from Dani rather than a mic level signal. On the left side of the unit, flip the external in switch over to the line position. Then connect 2 TRS patch cables from the throughs on Dani over to the external inputs on the field recorder. Before the gig, I would recommend doing a quick sound check on the field recorder for both the integrated mics along with the external input. On the DR-40X, tap the record button once to record enable and monitor your recording levels. Play some music or audio through your DJ deck, mixer, or audio interface at the maximum anticipated volume level. To trim or add gain to the inputs, select the input button for 1 and 2 for the integrated mics, or 3 and 4 for the external input, and then use the input level buttons on the left side of the unit to trim the gain. And make sure you're getting a healthy signal level, not too soft, but also make sure that you're not overloading. I recommend shooting for peak levels between -18 and -12 dB. If you're working in a smaller venue, you can try the XY position for the integrated mics, or if you have a larger venue where you need a wider pickup of the audience, you can make these a spaced pair. When you're ready to start recording, just tap the record button again to start recording. A solid red light means you are recording, and a flashing red light means you are record enabled. When you're done recording, press stop. Okay, so as a proof of concept, I have a microphone and an acoustic electric guitar, both going to a small mixer off screen. The mixer outputs are going into Dani, and then Dani's throughs are going to the field recorder to capture my performance. The other thing that's great about this setup is the only thing in the setup that's wired is the guitar and mic. Everything else is pretty much completely wireless other than a few short patch cables. Even the mixer is a small format mixer, so it just hooks up to my laptop over USB. I'm using a sound box for this, but you could use a number of different setups. You could use a sound box and a DFB subwoofer. You could use two sound box. You could use two sound box and two DFBs. So there's a whole bunch of other options for possible receivers, but you get up to 4 possible receivers in SKAA mode, in standard SKAA mode with the Dani, and in SKAA Pro mode, you get up to 2 receivers. Okay, so next let me give you a quick musical example, and then I'll show you how to match up the audio to the video in post. In the stillness where shadows breathe, whispers echo, secrets unseen, lost in the silence, our world unknown, where hearts speak in frequencies alone. Take me to the place where words cannot go, where the silence sleeps tonight. And if we crawl back in, we'll break the speed of light. Break the speed of light. Okay, so let me show you how you can match up your field recorder with your camera audio in post. Now for this video, I'm using Premiere Pro, but this is in no way meant to be a comprehensive tutorial for how to use Premiere. You can do this in any video editor. So right here, you can see I've got the video clip of me playing a portion of the song, and this is all just camera audio down here. Camera audio generally is going to sound really bad. You're probably going to pick up more sound that is in close proximity to the camera than you will from the stage, especially if it's a crowded bar or club. And if you use like a shotgun mic or something like that on your camera, that can certainly help, but it's still not going to be the same as getting a dry stereo recording from the console. Yeah, that sounds like something that someone recorded on their phone. So let's find our field recorder files. I grabbed these off of the SD card. The one at the end that says 1, 2, that's channels 1 and 2. So those are the internal built-in mics. So that's going to be sort of like the room sound. And then 3 and 4 is the signal coming from the throughs on the Dani. So let's actually drop that one in first. And then right below it, I'll drop in channels 1 and 2. Now, the recordings that I pulled from the field recorder, we want these to stay in sync. So we're going to make sure that these are perfectly lined up. And I'm going to go ahead and link these. And then Premiere has a really cool function where you can drag over multiple clips with audio, and you can right click or control click and select synchronize. And what this will do is it'll automatically synchronize the clips. And it's using the camera audio as a reference to sync up the field recorder audio with the camera audio. Okay, so now that the field recorder audio and camera audio are all synced up, I'm not going to use the camera audio at all in my video. So I'll go ahead and unlink it from the video clip and then delete it. Let's go ahead and pull our field recorder recordings up here. So this is the signal coming straight from Dani. Lost in the silence, our world unknown, where hearts speak in frequencies alone. And then here's what the internal mics on the field recorder sound like from the room. We're on speaking frequencies alone. So ultimately, it's going to be up to you whether you want to use that recording or not. Again, if your camera operator has a shotgun mic on their camera, it might be worth blending in a little bit of that shotgun mic audio with the dry audio. But ultimately, that's going to be up to you. I'm going to pull the room audio back in the mix quite a bit, and I'm going to pull up the dry audio. Take me to the place where words cannot go, where the silence sleeps tonight. And if we crawl back in, we'll break the speed of light. And if you're using a laptop to play to backing tracks, or you're hooking your DJ deck up to this, all of that audio will also be sent over Dani's throughs. So this gives you an extremely mobile and portable wireless audio setup for live sound and performance. And then you can just add on a field recorder to capture high quality audio, match the high quality audio up with the video, and create high quality content that you can leverage on social media or for marketing and promotion. So that's how you can use the through outputs on Dani along with a portable field recorder to get high quality stereo audio recordings of your performances or events. If you're interested in checking out Dani or any of the other products featured in this video, head over to SKAA.com or SKAAstore.com. And if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the SKAA Sound YouTube channel to stay up to date on all new SKAA products. Thanks for watching.